Hello and welcome back to the channel. Continuing our journey through Norman lands, today we continue visiting some significant sites of the Normandy landing.
And if you like our video, do not forget to like it, subscribe and activate notifications so that you know when we upload a new video.
After visiting St. Mireglise and the Airborne Museum, we continued our journey through some of the sites of the Normandy landings, and following the coast, we arrived at the German military cemetery in La Cambe. This cemetery was inaugurated on September 21, 1961, and we access it from National Road 13 through the so-called Garden of Peace, formed by a row of more than 1,000 trees. Here lay the bodies of 20,222 soldiers, most of them very young, aged between 18 and 20, the majority of whom have been repatriated, but around 700 bodies still remain. Most of the victims resting here died in combat between June 6 and June 20, 1944, between the Allied landing and the subsequent battles. We left the German military cemetery and headed very close to one of the most iconic places of the landing. We arrived at Pointe du Hoc, a site located at the top of a 30-meter high cliff, which was the scene of a battle during the Allied landing. Due to the Allies' knowledge of the existence of a 155mm cannon battery in this location, an assault was prepared, which was to be carried out by the Rangers, an elite corps of the United States Army. To access the top of the cliff from the coast, they climbed to the summit using ropes, managing to conquer the place, but finding that the 155mm cannons were not there, as the Germans had hidden them inland. The Rangers managed to locate and disable the guns, and held the position for 2 days against repeated German counterattacks until they were relieved. As a result of the fighting, the initial assault force of 225 men was reduced to just 90. Prior to the assault by the Rangers, the area suffered significant aerial and naval bombardment. The craters caused by the bomb explosions can still be seen. Nowadays, we can visit the place for free, and besides the location of the artillery pieces, we can visit the fire control post and the entire system of bunkers, tunnels, and trenches that made up the complex. We left Pointe du Hoc and arrived at two other iconic locations of the Normandy landings, Omaha Beach. We traveled to Saint-Laurent-sur-Mer to visit the Omaha Beach Memorial Museum, located 200 meters from the landing beaches. In this museum, which has an area of about 1,400 square meters, we can enjoy a large collection of uniforms, personal items, weapons, and vehicles. Numerous reconstructions of American and German scenes immerse you in the heart of the D-Day landing history and the daily lives of all the men and women who fought for freedom. A large collection of authentic objects, weapons, uniforms, vehicles, period documents, archival photos, explanatory texts, and thematic panels represent all phases of the occupation period up to the American landing. During the visit, an archival film accompanied by testimonies from American veterans clearly explains the D-Day landings at Omaha Beach and Pointe du Hoc. As we mentioned, all the displayed objects are original and belong to soldiers who fought in the area, so they are full of history. After visiting the museum, we headed to Omaha Beach, where we found several memorials commemorating the battles that took place on this beach. And although little went as planned, by the end of the day, 2 secure positions had been gained, which were later used to achieve the original objectives of D-Day. This beach is also known as Bloody Omaha, due to the large number of dead, wounded and missing, which for the Allied side was 3,000 and for the German side was 1,200. We traveled less than 5 kilometers, and we arrived at the American cemetery in Normandy. It is a huge military cemetery covering an area of 70 hectares, containing the remains of 9,389 American soldiers, most of whom lost their lives in the D-Day landings and subsequent operations, and interestingly, the graves are orientated westward, facing the United States. After passing through the visitor center, we came across the Garden of the Missing, with plaques engraved with the names of those who went missing in combat and gave their lives in this region. Next, we find the memorial, where maps and documents about military operations can be seen, and in front of it stands a large statue nearly 7 meters tall, called the Spirit of American Youth Rising from the Waves. In the center, we find a circular chapel, whose ceiling features a mosaic depicting the United States blessing its children as they depart by sea and air, and a grateful France bestowing a laurel crown upon the fallen American soldiers. At the other end of the cemetery, we found 2 Italian granite statues representing the United States and France. We left the cemetery and headed very close in the direction of the beach, where we found several commemorative monuments dedicated to the different units that fought in the area, a haven of peace and tranquility by the sea, the scene of battles during D-Day, with still more places for us to visit.